Remember what a true generational leap in hardware actually looked like? Going from 8-bit to a pristine 16-bit SEGA Genesis felt like stepping into another reality. And when you jumped from that to the 128-bit graphics of the Dreamcast, the improvement was undeniable. We are currently having one of those undeniable hardware moments with third-generation QD-OLED monitors. The baseline technology making this leap possible is called Penta Tandem. Instead of a single-layer OLED structure, we're dealing with a dense, multi-layered stack. This architecture solves the bottlenecks that held older OLEDs back, pushing out 500 nits of brightness while extending lifespan and pulling less power. The core panel hardware has finally caught up. It is no longer the bottleneck holding back a premium visual experience. But here is the open secret of the high-end monitor market right now. The actual OLED panels inside these premium displays are all supplied by one single company, Samsung Display. Whether you are looking at the flagship models from Asus, Dell, MSI, or Samsung themselves, they are all built around this identical core panel. This matrix shows the problem. When the base technology is identically matched across the board, picking a $1,000 monitor feels like throwing a dart blindfolded. You aren't really buying a panel anymore. You are buying a manufacturer's specific compromise. To navigate this safely, you have to ignore the marketing hype entirely and strictly map the monitor's unique wrapper to your actual daily routine. Let's look at the two extreme ends of this market: raw competitive speed versus pristine text clarity. If you are a competitive optimizer, your choice is the Asus ROG 34-inch QHD+. This specific display pushes an incredible 360 Hz refresh rate, delivering absolute motion clarity when objects move fast. QD-OLED pixels transition up to 100 times faster than standard LCDs. In a competitive shooter, your physical reaction time isn't fighting against screen ghosting or blur, but the trade-off is steep. To get that speed, Asus drops the resolution down to QHD+. If you plan to read thousands of lines of code or edit high-fidelity 4K media, this isn't your screen. For the work-from-home professional, the direct counterchoice is the Dell U32 UltraSharp. Dell implements what they call quantum view technology, which opens up the viewing angles significantly, a crucial detail if you're running a multi-monitor productivity setup. Look at this microscopic pixel view. The Dell prioritizes a crisp 4K layout to ensure text rendering is highly legible all day long, avoiding the fuzzy color fringing you see on standard OLED structures. The catch? The Dell is hard-capped at a 120 Hz refresh rate. It's plenty fast for scrolling through documents, but it alienates hardcore gamers who need hyper-fluid motion. Choosing between Asus and Dell forces you to plant a flag. You either prioritize frame-perfect gaming, or you prioritize pure workstation clarity. Most of us live somewhere in the middle. We need a hybrid 4K screen for both AAA gaming and kicking back with movies. That brings us to the MSI MPG32UE, built exactly for the high-contrast hybrid user. OLED panels look amazing in pitch-black rooms, but ambient daylight from a nearby window can completely wash out those deep blacks. This split screen illustrates the fix. On the right, MSI applies a dark armor film that absorbs ambient room light, allowing you to perceive up to 40. If you want that untreated pop, you look at the Media Purist option, Samsung's G80SH. Samsung's approach hits strict VESA True Black 500 certification right out of the box. That certification guarantees you get highly efficient, meticulously calibrated HDR performance, brighter highlights, and deeper blacks, without having to dive into the settings menus. Because it's balancing everything, it lacks the extreme 360 Hz speed of the Asus or the specific daylight-fighting armor of the MSI. If you're building a hybrid 4K setup, your choice comes down to controlling the environmental glare with the MSI or demanding pure, baseline HDR efficiency with the Samsung. Since the beating heart of these monitors is identical, there is no single best choice here. There is only the safest match for your specific desk. To prevent a $1,000 mistake, we have to map your workflow through a strict decision tree. Here is the matrix. First question: is your primary use competitive gaming? If frame rates are your priority or income source, grab the Asus ROG. It is the required tool for the job. Question 2. Is this primarily a text-heavy coding or spreadsheet workstation? For work-from-home professionals prioritizing pure text fidelity and viewing angles over speed, the Dell UltraSharp is your safest bet. That leaves the remaining users. Are you building a hybrid 4K gaming and media setup? Your final split here is based entirely on the lighting environment of the room you're sitting in. If you battle window glare during the day, choose the MSI with the dark armor coating. If you can easily control your room's light and want pure HDR out of the box, choose the Samsung. $1,000 is too much money to just guess, or to buy the most expensive option assuming it does everything well. Don't buy for the marketing hype. Buy for the reality of your daily routine. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.